What can we expect from the Qatar F1 Grand Prix? With Formula 1 heading to Qatar for the first time ever, and the championship being as tight as it is, we thought it'd be a great idea to give you a lowdown of what to expect as F1 heads to the Losail circuit. Qatar have stated their intentions to be a long-term part of Formula 1 after recently signing a 10-year deal to be a permanent addition on the F1 calendar from 2023. The contract doesn't start from this year, as the circuit has stepped up at the last minute to help fill a slot after some tracks dropped out, with there being as little as 2 months from the announcement of the race to the actual event itself. That's a pretty quick turnaround if you ask me. It's not yet known where we'll be racing in Qatar from 2023 onwards. Turning our attention to this year, the Grand Prix will be at 5 PM local time, which I think the technical term for that time of day is twilight. Let's take a look at the most important thing of all, the track itself. It's got a nice long run down towards Turn 1, which will undoubtedly be one of the best overtaking opportunities for the drivers this weekend. Charles Leclerc hilariously said after Brazil he didn't know which way Turn 1 went. Well, here you go, mate. It's a right-hander. Which is then followed by a left into Turn 2. Turn 3 is very much flat before we head down a small straight into a quick double right-hander. Next potential overtaking zone will be into turn number 6 if the drivers are able to withstand the dirty air of the last couple of corners, as this is the slowest part of the racetrack. Focus on your exit out of here as another small straight awaits you into another medium speed right-hander. When this circuit was asked what minimum speed they're looking to get around here, they just said yes. An average speed of 237 kilometers an hour in qualifying is what is estimated. That is bloomin' quick. Then it's flat out through turns 8 and 9 before another decent braking zone and another potential for a dive bomb if the drivers fancy themselves on the brakes. After this, strap your seatbelts in as the rest of the lap is fast, frantic stuff, as this will be where the drivers are really focusing in for sizing up an overtake on their rivals. I don't really expect to see any moves to happen in this last sector, but you best believe down towards turn 1 again, there will be plenty of action. There will be just the one DRS zone around here, and no surprise that this will be placed on the just over 1 kilometer pit straight. Tyres will be an interesting talking point around here too, as there are a lot of corners where the drivers will put a huge amount of stress on those poor Pirellis, so us F1 fans can cross our fingers and hope for another interesting two-stop strategy race. If you're worried we may see another Turkey situation where the track was newly resurfaced and it was really slippery, don't. The track hasn't been resurfaced since 2004, meaning it's bedded in nicely and should provide the cars with some lovely grip. Remember as well, this track has hosted MotoGP in the past, so isn't a stranger to large motorsport events, or large events at all, as this time next year they will be hosting the World Cup too. What are we expecting for lap times, I hear you ask? Well, Formula 1 themselves have said that they have simulated around a 1:22.5 for qualifying and 1:28.6 is very specific for the race, which will be over 57 laps. We don't have to wait for long to see just how close those simulations were. Qatar can actually produce some rather unpredictable conditions. With it being a twilight race, the temperature itself will be rather cool for the drivers, but with the sun being down, there is also a chance that there will be tiny drops of water in the air which could form on the track surface, and well, if that happens, then the race could be thrown wide open. All in all, the Losail circuit looks like a very quick track indeed. With just 14 points the gap between Hamilton and Verstappen and a whole lot of learning to do when they arrive here, it really could throw the form book out the window once again. Could we see a Ferrari, McLaren or even an AlphaTauri get it right straight out the blocks and challenge for a podium and throw this championship into another dose of craziness? I'm excited to see what happens. There you have it, an insight into the upcoming Qatar Grand Prix. What do you make of the track? Do you think it'll be good for racing? Let us know in the comment section below.